Okay, this is step 4. This is all about the drawing. So you have a couple of options. You need to choose which kind of paper you want. Do you want a rectangle? Do you want a square? I'm going to just do a little quick sketch here so you can kind of see what I'm thinking. So what you're ultimately going to end up doing is you're going to be drawing your object, whatever that may be. Let's say I wanted to draw a jar here, for instance. I'm just going to do a quick sketch so you can kind of see what I'm thinking. So let's say you have this. Maybe you have a candle in it. Remember I was talking about the candle in a jar? Okay. With some sand or something. Okay. Bad sketch, but this is my idea. So I was thinking you could have something like this, and you could draw it kind of like right here. So you had some space at the bottom, and then you can sort of draw like some kind of line which would divide like the top and the bottom of the paper, and maybe we would do some more shading up here or vice versa. And then maybe you write your text, you know, along the bottom. So you would leave some space for your quote or for your message, okay? Or let's say I have my, my bricks and my flour, okay? So let's think about this. So I've got my flour that I'm gonna draw, and it's kind of in between these bricks. But I need some kind of like border because this has a background. So you could think about sort of drawing a shape on here first. So maybe I draw a square on my rectangle shaped paper first, and then I draw my image inside that space, and then I add my quote. So adding my quote would be, maybe I want to add it at the bottom. You wish to see in the world. Maybe I want something like that. So I would put Gandhi here because this is not my quote. Okay? Or maybe I want my quote to kind of go around the border. So maybe I want to like actually write, my quote around like this. That could be kind of cool. So there's lots of ideas and ways that you can do this. I want you to be creative, but you gotta first kind of plan your space a little bit. So in your sketchbook, come up with some ideas like of how you're gonna do this drawing. Okay, so that's the first step. So I'm going to use a rectangle shaped paper. I'm gonna use this idea. Okay, so I'm starting with my rectangle shaped paper. I actually printed my image so you could see it. And I want to draw that square, so I can use my ruler to kind of plan my space a little bit so I can draw that. I'm going to freehand it because I can, but feel free, use your ruler as your tool. Okay, so then I've got some space along the bottom for my quote, but I've got my square drawn on here so I can start the drawing. So when you actually go to start the drawing, the goal is to make this look realistic. So your ruler actually can come in handy here. So what you can do is you can divide this into quadrants, or pieces, 4 pieces, or more if you need. I'm going to simplify and actually cut this off right here. So I'm going to divide this in half. So I'm cropping this out, this section. I'm not going to use this section here. Oops. This is a very easy image. I want you to choose something better than this. I'll do another one. It'll be great. Something more challenging. Now I've got 4 pieces. And I can do the same thing to this. So this is why it would be better to measure than what I did. Oh, I did it okay. So 2 1/2. 2 1/2. I'm going to draw lightly because I don't want these lines to stay. They're just to help me do the drawing part. So now what you can do is you can actually work one grid square at a time. So you can take some scrap paper, kind of cover these up. So I'm going to look at what I'm seeing up here. So I'm actually looking at where the edges of this flower kind of start and stop within the square. And I'm going to draw an outline of what I see. Really lightly. The goal is to draw really light, not too dark, because we'll fill in with shading. Okay, so go to the next one. So this petal kind of continues down. Anyways, I need to keep working on this, but you get the general idea. I'm not loving the way this brick is starting to look. So I think I might maybe rethink this a little bit so I get more of what I want. So I might need to actually look at some different bricks so I really get more of what I want. So I'm gonna keep working on this, but you get the general idea. You're doing a graphite pencil, just an outline drawing, really lightly. Don't overdo it. You wanna make sure you get details, but not too crazy, okay? Good luck.